Hello, good friends, and welcome to Kelly's Wordy Reactions, where I review content and videos that I find interesting. Hopefully, you do too. Then react and provide commentary. If you would, please hit the thumbs up and like the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. If you've been rocking with me for a while, thank you so much. I so appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Feel free to hop into the comments while you're here or just sit back and listen. Whatever you decide, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Now, let's get this show on the road. So, um, if you hadn't noticed, PCFP, Phone Calls from Prison, has started a new channel. And their new channel is called, let's see, what's it called? PCFP Extra. And this is so cool. They've started to, the first uploads on there are more old calls from Nesto Williams. And so we don't know what we're going to get. So far, it looks like we've got some from Nesto, between Nesto and Sonia. But I don't know. The sky's the limit. This is this. Everybody's been talking for a long time, so we don't know what all they're gonna put on there, but we certainly do appreciate Shay and her husband, the folks over at Phone Calls from Prison, whoever all they are. So far, we know about Shay and her husband, but there could be more help on deck at this point. So we appreciate them. If you haven't gone over there and joined their channel, please do that. Support them for all the good way that they support all the content creators, allowing us to provide commentary on these videos, video visits, and phone calls, and everything that they put out. Even the text messages are provided through their Patreon. So we really appreciate them. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this this call. So this is a jail call, and I'm gonna see when it was in just a second here. But this is between Nesto and Sonia. This is where Nesto tells Sonia that Shirley is ready to move on. So it's not a very long call, but let's just get into it and see what they're talking about. All right.
You busy?
No, I'm not busy. 12 o'clock, late person.
Well, I had to sit down and talk to God for a minute, because I could feel shit shifting. You know what I'm saying?
What happened?
Because I done been through this shit before,
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
What happened?
So like I told you, I'm getting ready to transition. I've been saying what's going on, but nobody be listening.
Why does he say he's getting ready to transition? Like he's getting ready to pass on and go from this life into the next one? This man is so crazy.
I'm getting ready to transition over. Some new shit. Yeah. That chapter, all that chapter is over with, Yeah.
Are you feeling scared?
For what?
I don't know. Just asking a question.
What I'm scared of?
I don't know. I don't know. Some people be scared of stuff.
No, I ain't scared. No, I'm not scared. I ain't angry.
Isn't that interesting? What an interesting question. So obviously Nesto is talking about, that chapter is over. He's talking about Shirley. This call is May 31st, 2023. So this is right before, I think they stopped having any contact in June. maybe July, but I think it was June of 2023. So he's saying that, he's understands whatever has happened. He understands that he knows that it's over. And the first thing she thinks to ask him is, are you scared? Are you scared? This is this man's wife. Okay. And not only his wife from like, I don't know, maybe a year or two. At this point, he's been married to Shirley for several years. So, are you scared? Is just, isn't that something that she would think to ask him? Are you scared? What about, are you okay? Um, are you hurt? Is this devastating? Like, I don't know. Maybe don't ask him anything at all. Maybe just listen. But are you scared? So it just, I don't know. It's a signal to me that she knows that he's reliant upon her for all of the financial, he's financially dependent upon her and dependent upon her for a place to live. I'm pretty sure Sonia had not moved to um, Atlanta at this point. So, are you scared? It's just like, that's just so weird to me to ask a man that is married to a woman. We haven't even talked about divorce. She could have said, I mean, well, what was the conversation? Are you guys talking about ending the marriage? Like, but she just goes straight to, are you scared? Are you scared that you're not going to be able to get out of there because she's not going to pay for your attorneys and your bond anymore, if you should ever be able to get bond on every case that you have all at the same time. So is that what, are you scared? Are you scared that now you're just in there and you're dependent upon me and Dion and Lamont and them? Because you should be. You should actually be scared at this point, Nesto. This is very telling. Okay.
And I ain't got none of that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah. Now, I was just talking down for about 5 minutes. What's going on? Which I told him, I said, man, listen, man. I can't save the world. I'm in here. That's what everybody used to. Problem solver. Listen, man. I can't deal with that shit no more. I really can't. Too much shit on you. You lose focus of what you're saying or what you got going on. So, yeah. Sometimes you gotta let everything go and start all over again with some new fresh energy. Yeah. Especially when I saw the shit on TV today when they cut it on. So they cut on. Here's what I saw. Some fresh energy. Some fresh energy. Al Pacino, 83 years old, got a 29-year-old goddamn his girlfriend.
That's gonna kill him. Yeah, he's living his life.
I just said 83. I met this man, 83. I give a fuck. I already know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. What I need to save. And man, I don't want that junk no more. I don't want nothing old.
What now? Hold on. You don't want that junk. You don't want Shirley's junk now? Oh.
I don't want none of that. If I believe in God, he gonna give me abundance. He gonna bring me some stronger shit. I don't know.
Wow. This is so telling right here. This is really something, because so you don't want that junk no more. You don't want nothing old. God is going to bring me some new, fresh, okay. So here's what I'm thinking right about now. What I'm thinking right about now is, Sonia, being the boy that you are, being the good boy, the good homeboy, the good friend that you are, you should be able to see right now that first of all, you should be able to see where you stand. Um, you should be able to see where you stand. I was saying the other day that there's a scripture. I'm not sure where it is. But you can look it up. You can Google it, and it says something to the effect of, depending upon which translation you look at, right? Right. It says something to the effect of, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So Nesto is, yeah, he is scared because he knows that's his ticket out of there. So of course he's scared, and of course he should be scared, and of course he cannot depend upon you or anybody else for that matter. So yeah, he absolutely should be scared, and it. And this is a good reason why, if you was any kind of like real friend like you say you are, you should never have been sitting up there talking to this man, knowing that all of these different people are listening, the prosecutors and whoever else, his attorneys, all of these people have access to these calls, and that um he could be opening himself up to exposure for what y'all are doing. So if you cared about him, why would you ever be talking to him to this magnitude like you're doing? If you ever cared about him, you never cared about the man. You care about you, Sonia, wherever you are in your in your little hoopty up RV. You never cared about him. You cared about you. You needed somebody to talk to. You needed somebody to make you feel good and make you feel important and take your mind off of everything you're going through. You never cared about this man. So he should be scared, because damn good and well that you don't have a penny to do anything with except for pay these phone calls that are helping you more than him. So that. But yeah, like, this is really telling, because instead of hearing the man out, which you can't take it, because he's telling you what's in his heart, out of the abundance of his heart his mouth is speaking, and he's telling you, he's going off, so to speak. He's telling you, like, that's okay, that's all right. He's hurt and he's scared. So he's telling you, I'm hurt and I'm scared. It's all right. I don't need this. Oh, just acting like a grown boy, just really acting like a little boy that, in an old body. I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't need no old stuff no more. I don't care nothing about that. I need some new, fresh stuff. I saw Al Pacino. He this age. He got a wife this age. And yeah, so he's just going off because he's so hurt, and he either doesn't care or he's forgotten who he's talking to. I think he really doesn't care, because this is a man that truly knows, and really rightfully so. He could say anything to these people that he talks to, and all he has to do is double talk around what he just said, and he knows he can keep favor with them. It's crazy what he gets a chance to get away with. It really is crazy. But he's so hurt. He's so butthurt. And for why are you so butthurt, sir? What did you think she was gonna do? Why didn't you expect for her to do this earlier? But in true I don't know, grown boy fashion, he's hurt. And so now he's talking about how he doesn't want her, and she's so old, and he's going to get him some new fresh stuff. And he's forgotten that he's potentially alienating his only other bag, the hag Sonia. But he gets so much favor with these people for so long. He just doesn't care. You know, he just can't read the room right now because he's so pissed off.
Don't need no weak shit around me. More, I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I need to save and it, man, I don't want that junk no more. I don't want none old. I don't want none of that. If I believe in God, He gonna give me abundance. He gonna bring me some stronger shit. I don't need no weak shit around me at all. At all.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get out this shit to bring some new shit.
Mm-hmm. So what's wrong with you now? He's stressing about something?
No,
I don't know.
huh?
Now go ahead. No, go ahead. I mean, I'm trying to do something online and it's having issues. But go ahead.
Oh. No, just talking, you know what I'm saying? I told man, turn that truck in, man, let that shit go. Everybody talking about they ain't
right, walk away.
Yeah.
You get another.
Yeah.
It's still selling.
Walk away from everything. Fuck that shit. It ain't yours. You know, and if motherfucker wanna goddamn try let them try it on. I ain't trying to say nothing, man. If it ain't in you, it ain't in you. So not where I'm gonna go. So if you break down on some shit that's I'm gonna say break down. How do I say it? Because I seen it in the pandemic when motherfuckers been in business for 30, 40 years and broke down in 6 months. So a lot of shit can't happen. But anyway, so what I'm saying is that was a new breath of fresh air for me to see the man 83 years old still knocking some fire.
Living his life. Right.
Him and his other buddy, is Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them got the young girls. I said, well, damn, okay. And they pay at 70. So, hey, man.
So what you want, young girl? Hey.
I already got that. You walking around now.
Yeah, no. So he tried to, you know, come back to his senses a little bit and realize what he's doing. And not only that, you know, like she had to say something. I thought that Sonya was such a good boy. I mean, I thought she was such a good boy. So why are you putting yourself like this is really the time that you're supposed to really be that homeboy that you always say that you are. So why are you interrupting his flow of his venting? Let's hear how she did it again. Hold on.
His other buddy, is Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them got the young girls. I said, well, damn, okay. And they pay at 70. So, hey, man.
So what you want, young girl? Hey.
So what you want, a young girl? Yeah, that's what he's telling you, ignoramus. Yes. Yes. He's in trouble for a young girl right now. Yes, he wants a young girl. Okay? He got a young girl that's got some alleged offenses against him right now. Documented down there at Fulton County. Yes, he wants a young girl. Uh-huh. And there's some photos that say that he'll go a lot lower. Okay, so what are you doing? Why are you so what we hear a lot being said, willfully ignorant? This is what you call willfully ignorant, because Sonya knows what he's been doing. Not even, I'm not, let's just say the charges, the charges exist because that's how she knows, right? That's how she has her information. But because the charges exist and he has not refuted her. Let me see. Have those charges come down yet? Okay, it's May 31st, 2023. I'm not sure. Those young girl charges haven't come down yet. But yeah, even still, she has this conversation with Nesto. Even if she doesn't, because there's something that came down in January, and I can't remember if that was the CP or the essay charges. But nevertheless, after you have this conversation, even if the essay comes after that, why are you still there after you have a chance to understand that he likely was intimate, because he never refuted the intimate part. What he's refuting is that he didn't take anything, right? So, but he has all of this dealings with all these different women. And then when the accusation came down of the essay from the young lady, from the 19-year-old, why would you still be there? You heard what he said. You heard that he got pissed at Shirley and said, that's okay, because I got some new energy on this thing. I saw this guy on TV and that guy on TV, and they got them some young women. And after this, I don't want no old shit around me. Isn't that what he said? Isn't that what he just said? Why? What? Who do you think you are? You only look young in stature, Sonia, wherever she is in the world, in her can. You only look young in stature. That's it. In age and in everything else, you look like who you are. And that's okay, because that's, you've lived this long. You made it through a lot of stuff. But it shows. It's not like it's lost on you. It shows. That's who you are. And so why would you think, after hearing this man and all the different things that you've heard him say, especially this, why in the world would you hang around? Willfully ignorant. That's willfully ignorant. Because you know that you have proof, and you have what he said, and you have proof that he do what he said, and you still want to hang around for this mess, this nonsense. Well, it's on you. It's always been on you. Everything that you're getting, but Sonia is willfully ignorant. This is willfully ignorant. When you have all the pieces to the puzzle, you see everything that needs to be seen, and you still just keep on going as if nobody said anything. None of these allegations are out here against this person, and you just keep on going. Okay. And all for what? Bottom line in it, all because Sonia needs somebody to talk to. She needs a captive audience. And so she's got one. This is the more I've seen this and looked at, this is not about Nesto. This is about Sonia needing him as a captive audience and doing whatever it takes to hold on to it. This is what this is about.
I already got that. You walking around now. Yeah. Walking around.
I'm not in my 20s. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not that young. I'm younger.
Yeah, but they think, though. You look like it, so motherfucker be mad anyway. Trying to get, you might want to get more, but this motherfucker's starving to get where you at right now. They starving just to have what you have. Straight up. I'm talking about they probably got all the money in the world, but they fat as a motherfucker, or they just got self-esteem issues about their own shit. So
Nesto and Sonia, in case, I don't know how she could have forgotten, but Nesto is like, it's they just it's like they just make up stuff as they go. The only reason Sonia is how she is because she got pow-powed and got other families other members of her family pow. That's the only reason why she's in the position that she's in with her weight. And yeah, she might be a naturally small lady, but we won't really know because she can't hold on to her food. Now you look on the bright side of things, but let's not forget the problems that come along with her being allowed to not be able to hold on to meals very long. Yeah, you get to be thin, but I'm pretty sure that nobody would trade with you. I'm pretty sure. No, I know I wouldn't. I would not trade just to be thin. I would not trade having that condition just to be thin. So ain't nobody jealous of this lady. Nobody. And guess what? If we want to be thin, we can go get some medicine. We can go to the gym. We can go outside and start walking every day. We can pay $100 or $200 a month for our shot. Don't nobody need to be jealous of somebody that's slim anymore because it is accessible. If you want to do what it takes or pay what it takes, it's accessible. Ain't nobody jealous. Ain't nobody jealous. And especially of this lady, because one thing that we've gotten a chance to know, you cannot judge a book by its cover. I think we're all wise enough to know that anyway. But you cannot judge a book by its cover. The more that we have gotten to know this situation and all of the dysfunction in it, baby, ain't nobody jealous at all whatsoever. Matter of fact, what it's really done is probably made a lot of people just be more thankful for what they do have and where they are in their lives. Because sometimes you can think, oh, you know, I wish I was doing this a little bit more or a little bit different or this or that. And so a lot of people probably have looked at what they're doing and been like, man, I'm doing so good. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. What I got going on right here is so much better than maybe I was giving it credit for. Nobody jealous of this lady or you.
That's what I mean. It's what you say?
I said miserable.
Yeah, they're miserable. So it is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, you're not gonna try to. I say, listen, bro, I'm not begging nobody to do nothing for me or be around me or none of that shit. They're meant for me to sit in this motherfucker till this shit over with. I gotta do what I gotta do. Now you should hang. Now, man, that shit ain't nothing. That shit ain't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the motherfucker gonna do. They gonna come up with a way. They can't come up with a way. It's saying something ain't right.
Right.
Am I wrong?
You're always wrong. You're always wrong.
If I do get a bond, and Buddy say he gonna do it, if I get out, but I don't know. Shit, I can't stress on shit ain't there. Can't do it.
Can't stress what you can't control.
I can't control shit.
But you can try it. You can do what you can control. That's what you can do.
Yeah, that's my motherfucking mind. I do know that. Yeah.
Do what you can control.
So. It is what it is. Everybody mad at Pinocchio. You know, it's like Pinocchio ain't doing this and that. You know, hey, man. Hey, that shit water under the bridge right now. Ain't nothing I can do.
All right.
Yeah.
Money paid.
Yeah, it's paid. So, shit. Hey.
Well, you know what? He's not. He's doing more than half, I would say. I feel like he could constantly be on them as far as the bond. Like, he just did another motion for the bond. And he could have did a brief stating that, you know, of course, you could have just, because you can always go against the judge. You know, your judge can say this, and he could be, you know, you can come back and say, everybody that's out on bond can reoffend. So what is your, you know what I'm saying, what is your your absolute proof for this man to, you know, to been grown 40 years and to have had only this many issues for you to sit there and say he reoffended. The person that died, okay, so the person that got killed, they said he got arrested 40 times. What, you know? Now that's a problem. 40 times. I mean, it could be a little stupid shit. The guy that got killed on the subway.
Oh,
so,
for real?
You know, they always want to bring up somebody's criminal record.
Right.
Well, you know what? When you're homeless, you have a lot of interaction with the police. You know,
right.
So you could be arrested on 40 times on stupid shit, trespassing because he keeps sleeping on the bench, or you know what I'm saying. So it can be minor arrest, but it's still, you know what I'm saying, 40 times. Okay, now he's subject to reoffend. But if I've been an adult for 40 years and I've only got 5 arrests, come on now, what's the likelihood of me reoffending? You know, not that great. But if I'm in my 20s, yeah, and I keep catching cases, yeah, I'm likely to. Or if if you was out on bond and you did something to fuck up your bond, then you could say I refuse because you might reoffend because you already.
You know what Sonia tries to do? She tries to be the judge. Sonia, you are not the freaking judge. She's not the judge. That's why we have a whole system of judges. The judge gets to listen to these arguments on bond, and the judge gets to decide. My goodness, you are not the judge. And they don't have a system set up necessarily that you can see. The defense attorney says what they have to say about their client, and the prosecuting attorneys say what they have to say about this person, the accused, and that's it. And then the judge decides. She always wants to be the freaking judge in everybody's case, and it's like, are you crazy? We have judges, and we have to go by what that judge says, or appeal it, or whatever the process is for that particular thing. Go back in and ask again, like what he always does whenever he can, whenever he's allowed, according to where he is, when he can go back in and ask again, then that's what they do. You cannot be the judge, Sonia. You cannot be the judge. You cannot circumvent the whole criminal justice system. And she's always talking. It's just so frustrating because she's always talking to him as if, there's some other way that it could be done. No, there's not. The judge listens to it. They listen to the case on both sides. They weigh it out. That's why they're the judge. And then they decide. They make a decision, and it is what it is until it's time to go before the judge again or appeal the decision or whatever. It is what it is, baby. And these conversations are just so stupid because there's nothing that can be done about it other than what can be done about it. Not you sitting up talking about what it should be, what it should be, what it should be, it's just so crazy.
No.
Right. No, I'm okay. I didn't know that. So,
Wait a minute. What you didn't know? Hold on.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? 40 times. Okay, now he's subject to reoffend. But if I've been an adult for 40 years and I've only got 5 arrests, come on now. What's the likelihood of me reoffending? You know? Not that great. But if I'm in my 20s, yeah, and I keep catching cases, yeah, I'm likely to. Or if you was out on bond and you did something to fuck up your bond, then you could say I refuse because you might reoffend because you already,
You're
not the judge.
Right. No, I'm okay. I didn't know that. So, Yeah.
So he's going to. Why send me shit in Spanish?
Who?
Why?
How you doing today?
No. I'm fine.
Okay. Well, that's my thought process for today. That's my thought process for today.
Mm-hmm.
So what is he stressing about? He's stressing about the truck? That's not even his truck.
No,
he want to take it back? Or that's his only transportation? He got two cars.
No, it ain't just saying about that. He just telling me that, she don't want to, she tired of everything. She just want to move forward, get her some bread. But he don't know them taxes coming up, see. And I told her to pay taxes, see. I said, you ain't going to pay the taxes. He's fooling around with these clowns and buying shit and investing in some shit that they're just saying, let's do this and do that. They on bullshit, but when I call it out, I'm the mean one. Okay, well,
right.
It's been a year. Where they at? What they got going on? They failing. Okay, but they don't want to hear my mouth. So
no, nobody wants to hear your jailbird mouth. Okay, you are in jail. You are not providing any money. You have this woman in the worst of positions ever. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Nobody wants to hear your perspective. Don't tell me my ideas are not good and they're not going to work, because guess what? You're the biggest idea that I had that didn't work, which is getting married to you. So no, nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You got all these freaking charges on you and you're in jail. You can't get out. Now it's beginning to sink in. This is almost a year at this point in time from when he went to jail. Nobody wants to hear you. You can't help. All you're doing is sucking money out. Nobody wants to hear you. And your perspective is null and void. Like somebody somebody let him know you don't have a freaking opinion in this lady's life right now. She has to figure out what she's got to figure out for herself. And how dare this stupid listening ear on the other side sit there and act like she doesn't know the time of day. Hell no, you don't have anything that you can add. You can't add one thing. Don't tell me nothing unless you can figure out how I can get something in here, like get something in instead of give you something out. You no, don't say anything to me. Not one word, not one word. And whatever you do say, I'm going to tend to go the other way because you're not helpful. You have done something. I'm sure by this point in time, Shirley knows you did something. They're not just holding you in there on fairy tales, baby. So you've done something. You're hurting me. You're hurting my reputation. And I don't want to hear a damn thing you got to say.
When you're making that kind of money, that's still tax perfect.
Oh, yeah. Big money, big bill.
Yeah, so it's like you ain't got nothing, to be honest with you, once they hit on your ass. Then listen what I said again. Okay, you're gonna keep paying your little dummy folks shit. They drain your shit out you every 5 minutes.
Who dumber than you? Who dumber out there? Who dumber than Nesto? Let me go ahead and say that correctly. Who is dumber than Nesto? I'm sure someone is. Okay, I'm sure someone is, but he's not far from him. Okay, don't call. I'm assuming everybody's position. I'm Shirley right now. Don't call my damn people dumb. Don't call my people dumb. Okay, whoever they are, whatever they are, if they're not you, you can't talk about nobody. You down there with the dumbest of the dumb. Don't call none of my people dumb. Don't call none of my ideas dumb. You don't have nothing to add. You don't have no input here. You done put me in the worst of possible positions. And at this point in time, she might not even know, still might not even know just how bad it is. I know she didn't know he was still married to some other people at this point in time. Don't tell me nothing about who's dumb and what a bad idea something is. You have no right. You have nothing to say. Input don't matter. Shut the hell up and go the hell on somewhere. Go back to your damn cot. Okay? That's what you can do, Nesto. Go to your cot and sink in.
Oh, okay. So I was there. Well, nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on. So I decided, what I said the other day, I ain't dealing with this shit no more. I can't afford that no more. I got to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course.
In prison. You got to live in prison.
I said, of course.
Yeah, it's okay with me. He like, you so calm. Bro, you know, man, motherfuckers done told me they gonna be there beside me and with me to the long haul. And shit get real tough, motherfucker move out the way. Come on, man. Come on.
This is a good question. When does anybody need a whole bunch of people to tell them, all right, I'm gonna be there with you all the way. Whatever we gotta go through, I'm gonna be there with you all the way. And then stuff goes wrong and they fall by the wayside. How many times does that need to? Why has that happened so many times? I should say. Why has that happened so many times? Why have there been so many people? I mean, who are you telling this to? Your homeboys? No, you don't tell that type of stuff to no homeboys. You tell that type of thing to partners and wives. That's who you tell that type of stuff to. Why have you had to tell that to so many people, and then what you said would happen didn't happen, and then they had to fall by the wayside because you messed up and you couldn't make a go of whatever it was, or like now you got in a truck. Like, what are you talking about? What are you even saying? What happened? And how many times did it happen? And who all did you tell this to? And why do you have such a badass track record? See, that's what this lady on the other end of the phone ought to be thinking. But she is so wrapped up in what she wants, which is just the damn bare minimum, somebody to talk to on the phone. She can't even see that. And somebody to get out of jail, even if on bond, and get down with her. She can't even think of the thoughts that should be flowing through her mind.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
It's all reality.
Yeah, he's like, well, you ain't gotta make no excuse. They ain't been through this type shit before. Listen, man, everybody know what they sign up for. You gonna sign up for it? That's what they get on the podium for. That's what they say. They got to do their part. Man, nobody ain't going through that shit no more, man. This shit all cap out here. White folks cap.
Mm-hmm.
No, for real.
Right.
All this shit cap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I try to tell my psycho brother, as long as I got a lawyer, the rest of it good. I can deal with the rest. They got three meals in the car. I just got to suffer until it's time to go. If I got a mouthpiece, I'm good. So,
right.
Can't do but so much. So that's why I was saying, shit, I'm already past to get out and sleep on the floor. Do whatever I got to do. Sleep in the shelf. I got to do what I got to do. I'm already mentally prepared. What I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Straight up. Because the times I'm coming out right now, motherfuckers, I ain't got no, but I can't tell.
See, Nesto is a fraud. He's the fraud in the worst degree, because nobody who drives Rolls Royces and Hummers and lives life at the top shelf like what he was advertising on his social media pages. Nobody who lives life on that level is comfortable getting out of anywhere, sleeping on the floor or sleeping in a shelter. Nobody's comfortable doing that. Okay. Even if you have not lived life at the 5-star level all your life or half of your life or whatever, you're not comfortable sleeping on a cot, sleeping on a floor, sleeping in a shelter. That's not comfortable. But we've heard Nesto say this plenty of times about how, when he's building a business or whatever, he's good sleeping on the floor of the business, washing up in the sink, like he's in some type of he's in some type of survival mode out there, which is completely unnecessary when you have, a wife making the type of money that Shirley's making, and even other, girlfriends and wives and stuff that he's had. It's I don't think it's ever been necessary for him to go and acquire a business and sleep on the floor of the business and wash up in the sink of the business. And I got to do what I got to do to make this thing what I need to make it. That's never necessary. Nesto likes being out there like that. He likes having that excuse. He likes to be able to tell people, I got to do what I got to do. I got to stay in this thing until it becomes what I want it to be, and I'll be home in 6 months when I get it to the way that it's supposed to be. He likes telling people that because that gives him the freedom to be able to be out there and doing whatsoever he wants to do. That's why, and he's always setting up this scenario. He's always setting up this mental picture in the minds of the people that he's talking to, because he wants them to already be prepared that when I tell you, hey, I got to go out here, I got to set this thing up, I got to sleep on the floor, I got to wash up in the sink, I got to sleep in the back of my car, I got to do this thing, I got to do what I got to do until I make it happen like I need to make it happen. He already wants you to know that that's what he's going to do. And he already wants you to be somewhat, susceptible to the notion that, well, that's just how he is. He just goes hard in the paint. Oh, my man, he just goes so hard in the paint. Yeah, he's going hard, all right.
I can't tell. The stand still fill up. Motherfucker buying a $4 ice cream on a cone. I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. You're buying $10 shots. You're still buying $10 shots. So anyway, you got to pay the part either way you go. And you go out, you spend $100 before you can get in the restaurant. That's $200.
Or you get in the door. Or you sit down.
You got to grease the goddamn tip man hand. Shit, that's $250. So you done spend $300 just in one night goofing off. So I know what's going on. I'm not slow at all.
And you know what? It's their money. It's their money. You messy ass person. It's their money. They can do whatever they want to do with their money. It's theirs. And they worked for it. They deserve it. They should not have to think about, oh, I need to not take this $300 that I'm going to spend on a nice, relaxing, good time out and send it to this messy, father or brother or friend or husband or whatever, this mess. I need to take this $300 and invest it in the mess. What's the name of that show? Dang, I'm gonna think of it when I something about the dress. Say yes to the dress. Anyway, say yes to the mess, okay? And invest in the mess of Nesto instead of going out and having myself a nice time and enjoying myself and enjoying the fruit of my labor. No, nobody has to do that. And nobody should even be thinking about doing that. If they want to send you $25 or $50 to make sure you have a refreshment here and there, and you mean to tell me after all this stuff that this man has done, he don't have nothing to go and say, hey, get my bag, go to this account, withdraw, get my debit card, go get this and that out. He don't have anything to tell anybody to go get and send it to him. Then you shouldn't have anything. You've been doing too much to be penniless. You telling me you penniless and you need my $25 or my $50? I can't go get yours until yours runs out and then I can send mine. You need my $25, my $50 after you've been doing all this. You've been married to this lady. You've been luxury life in it. You've been all over the world. You've been to Dubai. You've been places that these people that you want their 25 and 50 and $100 ain't even been. Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? And now you think I'm supposed to sacrifice my good time out to give it to you? Yeah, you ought to know what's going on. You should know what's going on. What's going on is to hell with what you're talking about. That's what's going on.
So it is what it is. And just tell him, brother, he can chill out, man. And when he call, I told you to give him pass, man. Well, he'll holler at you when he get out, man. Whatever they gonna be. Yeah, don't be trying to call, check up on me, soft check. I don't want to deal with all that. I just don't want to deal with none of that shit no more. He ain't sent you nothing. He sent me the other day. That started the week off. Yeah.
Well, your stuff is still pending. Your pictures. They sent. I'm just waiting for the post.
Yeah, that probably go. But I'm just letting you know where my head at right now. That's all. It was already there. I just ain't never get too far in deep. Yeah, so I'm good. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna put some money on there. We can work it out now, Brian. Ain't no use of working too late. I'm at the end. But we can work out at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
2 years later, you are not at the end. You about a quarter to halfway through. You are not at the end. And guess what? If Shirley checks all the way out like she eventually did, there's no way to get out. Even when Nesto could get out, it was impossible. And probably even for Shirley, because those bonds were so high, and you had to prove up that you made the amount of money. And gosh, it was a lot of stipulations on that bond thing. I don't know. I remember that it was like whoever posted the bond had to prove up that they had that amount of money to be able to post that type of bond, or several people had to put it up. And they all had to, prove up their income. And I don't know, it was just a whole lot. It was just a whole lot of, but nevertheless, at this point in time, May 31st, 2023, you were definitely not at the end. Definitely.
Well, what we talking about? I don't really care about that shit no more. All that's done in the water. That's some new shit.
It's 11 months in.
Yeah. So it's like, everybody said they don't do nothing to you. They gotta let you go, man. They've been saying that shit a year now. So what if I had a critical and I was in the hospital or something? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Right. Them white gonna find a way for their folks. They in the hospital, them motherfuckers gonna come out the woodworks and change or something. They gonna find somebody to help. They gonna get on the news. They gonna say,
boy, stop dragging white people in where they don't belong. They belong in some discussions, but this is definitely not one of them. Okay, you're not in the hospital, Nesto. And white people don't have anything to do with this. Okay, you didn't marry a white woman. I don't know what white people have to do with any of this. And I would even venture to tell you, let me see, let's go get what's that man, Wade Wilson. Let's go get Wade Wilson's daddy. Wade Wilson is a white man. His daddy is a white man, and he actually helped put Wade Wilson away. He put Wade Wilson away. He told them, people, y'all need to go get him. Go, here's where he is, and y'all need to go get him. And here's what he told me that he did. He had Wade confess to him. He told the people what Wade told him. helped get Wade picked up and get him off the street, because he absolutely was a danger to everybody who he came in contact with. So thank God for Wade Wilson's daddy. But so yeah, Wade Wilson's dad is white. He helped him get put away. And then when he's just started talking super crazy, and he was, I think he was coming up against some opposition from his wife over there at the house. And his wife was like, hey, why are you, what are you doing here? You're supporting this guy. And he's, a maniac, and he doesn't seem to have any remorse. And this is awful. And I don't even understand why you're talking to him. I imagine she said something of this nature. And he stopped messing with his own son. Now, whether he started back talking to him or sending him a nickel and a dime, I don't know. But no, you can't just put that blanket over white folks like that. Like white folks just do anything for anybody, because baby, that is far from the truth. And I could give you some more instances if I just think about it hard enough. But yeah, most of the time, those really aren't the people that you want to just do crimes and think that those family members are going to help you no matter what. Because statistically, I think like we are the most empathetic. Like, look at your arm and put your finger on it, and that what you see down there, we are the most empathetic people when it comes to forgiveness and things like helping you in spite of everything that you have gotten yourself into. I think that would actually be us. So yeah, think again. Go ahead and think again on that one, Nesto.
It helps people in the hospital bed. For real.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the freaking hospital.
Like you said, what I saw when I first came around, and I was just like, wow, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because I was feeling that when I back last year, and I was like, well, I mean, like, what's like,
What's going on, Sonia, is it ain't nothing wrong with this grown ass man. That's what's going on. Nobody's supposed to have to help him. And on top of that, that's what you're there for. That's what you're there for. They're users. Didn't you hear that call where Dre said, do she want to help somebody? Do she got any help for anybody? Or does she only just want to help herself? And he was talking about your sister. Okay? And he wanted to know, how is she? Do she want to help somebody, or she only got help for herself? I say again. Did you hear that call, Sonia? They're users. They use women. You're the one that's supposed to be footing the freaking bill. All of these men, they know how they got it set up. Dion is over there using somebody. Nesto is a user, and he's using everybody he can come in contact with. Dre is a user. He said it out of his own damn mouth. So what are we talking about? Why are you still singing this same song? And I know that this was in 2023, but you still saying the same thing. Have you not figured out that that's what you're there for yet, ma'am? You're there for the usury. You're there for the fuckery. That's you. That's your job, to get used. And every man for himself. All of them men go and find women to use. They don't use each other. They don't even expect it out of each other. They use women. And when they do send something out of their pocket, they probably got a woman to damn replace it. Okay?
Not a problem. I just like, like all the kids and this and that and other. What's going on? People use excuses, but people find the energy to fix anything if they care. That's just what it is. If you don't care enough, then of course you're going to make excuses. But if you care, you're going to find the energy. That's just what it is. You're going to find the energy.
You're going to find the energy. You're so right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
you're right about that now. So you said
yeah,
you felt when you came home. You felt like
when I was gone, all my sisters and my brother I didn't hear from, but I was gone for 8 months. And then again too, I'm always like, I think it might have been more if they felt I was emotionally not well, but because I'm a tough person and I didn't cry about it, I just took it like, all right, that 8 months, all right, I'll do it. You know, they was like, oh, she good. You know, like that's how they felt when I was in the hospital, except for my two sisters. And they was like, oh, she good.
And you know, she's really painting them in a bad light. And if I'm mistaken, then you know somebody is welcome to correct me. But if I'm not mistaken, Sonia was sick during the pandemic. I was also sick during the pandemic. I had to have a procedure during the pandemic, and not one family member was allowed to come to the hospital, even while I was going through that procedure. I was not, my husband was not allowed to come to the hospital to just be there with me while I was going through that procedure. She was going through this, whatever this thing was that she was dealing with during the pandemic. And at that time, people weren't even allowed to come to the hospital. So while you're over there, you know, throwing yourself your little pity party and acting like you were just such the brave soldier through it, you had to be the brave soldier through it because nobody was allowed to come to these hospitals with people. You know, people passed on from this life to the next, and family members didn't even get a chance to wave them off, to give them a last hug, a last kiss, a squeeze of the hand, nothing. That's what was going on during the pandemic. If you was in the hospital, it was just unfortunate. And like I said, I was there, and I was like, I don't, you know, like, can he not mask up well and come and be at the hospital with me while I have to, you know, go under and get this procedure done? And they were like, no, he cannot come. Nobody could come. All the days I was in the hospital, nobody could come. And that's just what that was. And everybody all over the world, I'm sure, but the country for sure, had to just deal with their whatever they were dealing with in the hospital by themselves because nobody could come to these hospitals. So, you know, tell somebody else that don't know and don't understand. You had to, nobody could come there and support you because they would not let them. And get off of it and think about what this man is telling you so you could wake up. But you never, you know, you never want to think about what he's actually saying. He's not in the freaking hospital. This is not something that happened out of his control. This is not an accident where he was driving down the road and somebody hit him. This man has done some things. He's been involved with some people. He's done some things, and that's the reason why he's there. And to help him, you know, go down this train of thought, you know, is just, this ought to be a crime. This is just stupid, silly, and sad.
My son felt that way too. Like I didn't, you know, come around a call or whatever because I knew you would just pull through. And I'm like, that wasn't the case. It just so happened.
No, your son didn't come around or call or anything because he's not close to you. He's not close to you. If your children don't check in with you when you're in the hospital and out of the hospital and all that, they're not that close to you. That's just it is what it is. If you're not calling them and they're not calling you and y'all aren't communicating with each other every day and checking in, and this is how I'm doing the day and today, and maybe they're checking in with your doctors if it's bad enough. If it's not, then of course they're just going to be talking to you on your cell phone, seeing how you're doing, seeing what the progress is. You're calling them, they're calling you. But if you was going days and days and the whole time you were sick and you weren't talking to these people, y'all aren't close. That's what that is.
Be end up like that, but everyone I have, that's how they feel when I was in the hospital, except for my two sisters. And they was like, "Oh, she good." My son felt that way too. Like I didn't, come around or call or whatever because I knew you would just pull through. And I'm like, that wasn't the case. It just so happens to be end up like that. But everyone has regrets in your life where you say you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and you didn't. The person, what I'm saying, the situation has moved, and now you look in a certain way because you didn't do what you coulda did for all that you shoulda did. So now it's like right when they know, okay, it's coming to an end. Oh, let's act like we're there. So when he get out, we're not looking stupid in his face. And it's like, should have been like that day one.
They know what it is. They're not going to feel stupid, and he not going to blame them.
Oh, well, I could have, but, okay. Just could have, would have.
Yeah, just could have, would have. Well, that's good.
Right.
It's coming though. Yeah. Now you talking about some egg on your face? Oh my God.
Right.
When people's personality, like, that happened? Well, shit. What you expect? Yeah.
Right. Egg on the face. That's basically what it's gonna be. Egg on the face.
So I'm good on that. I'm good. A lot of things set you free. You try to hold on to shit that you don't want to hold on to anyway. But some got to have one shit, got to get loose anyway. So it is what it is. Like a whole ass car. Like
nothing happened, Nesto. You sabotaged and sucked and stole allegedly. And I'm not even really talking about the crimes when I say stole. I'm saying how he did within this situation. You cheated. You sucked out of the situation all that you could until there wasn't anything left. You backed yourself in a corner. Essentially, you sabotaged the situation, and now you're just hanging out for the fallout. This is the fallout of all the sabotage that he did while and within this whole marriage and the whole time and the whole situation. And now that everything began to fall apart, then he's just, he has no choice but to hang out and try to hope that he can get out of jail and see if there's anything what he can do. And the only thing that he would have really been able to do is get out and do like more swindling, more making somebody think that he had something going on so that he could get their money allegedly and keep this cycle going. That's really the only thing that he could have done. I'm sure he wouldn't have just sat there and waited for the case and the trial, and I'm sure he would not have done that. And they would have come back by this point in time, they would have come to arrest him again because he had some more charges forthcoming. But yeah, he sabotaged the situation. This is not something that happened like some, oh my gosh, this is, just a very, very, very bad day. No, this is years of you sabotaging this situation, and it's all just falling down around you.
I ain't got nothing else. I got to hold on fucking wheel around the goddamn rim while you driving on the road. Motherfucker crash. You lost it anyway. It was taken away from you because you didn't want to let it go. So that's
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll be just fine. Yes, ma'am.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I will be
okay. You'll be okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Okay. Okay, that's that on that. I am sorry I talked my behind off on this one, but this is how I feel when I'm listening to these people. So I decided I would go ahead and let her rip because I had time today to let it rip. anyway, I love to read you all's opinions. I don't get a chance to answer back every one, but I usually end up reading, opening up the studio and reading through most all of the comments. So please leave them below. Um, and I will be hanging out in the comments, seeing what y'all are saying. That's the fun part, when I get a chance to see what you all are saying about the content as well. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, but I thank you all so much for stopping by, and I'll definitely see you on the next one. Bye bye.